Hey guys, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you are returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you when I'm talking to them. I may say them. I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate and leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. You can go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, and book a session with me. My books are always open. I also encourage you guys to go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months, even up to a couple of years. You may see some titles in the past that resonate more for you now in the present, as my readings do have the tendency to reach out into the future sometimes. I don't know how that works. So for some, it resonates in the present, and for some, it resonates for the past, and others, it resonates for the future. And you find readings and come back. I see you guys going through the archives. I absolutely love it. So keep it up. I'm glad that you're finding value in those readings. All right, so let's jump in. I'm going to go straight into tarot. I'm not going to do my standard spread. We're just going to throw some cards and see what comes out, see what Spirit wants to talk about this time. Ooh, so we've got a ending here. Oh. There's an end to a connection. Damn. Okay. There's an end to a connection here, and I do feel like while there's love here, there is still love here, but I feel like whoever I'm talking about today or now, it's kind of like the energy of loving from a distance. I still have love for you, but you've betrayed me, you've lied to me, you've backstabbed me, and I'm better off solo. I'm better off on my own. There may be some communication coming in, but I do believe that after a conversation, or at least going back and forth having a conversation, you recognize that someone here has not changed or evolved. I think I've mentioned this before, where like whoever you've walked away from, because I see that here too, whoever you walked away from, it's kind of like they are exactly where they were when you left them. So they haven't evolved, they haven't grown any. And I definitely see where you're pretty content emotionally, like where you are, especially being away from this connection. It's like, I still have love for you, but I gotta love you from over there. Okay. That's reasonable. I don't see anything wrong with that. I also feel like you may have even waited for some kind of an apology and never got it. And what's interesting here is what I heard when I flipped the cards is like the reason why you didn't get it. Like I said, you may have waited for it. The reason why you didn't get it is because the person that you may have been expecting it from didn't think that you deserved it. And it was somebody here operates largely out of their ego. I think that they're more upset at the fact that you're choosing to just kind of, I heard the word disassociate. You're just choosing to walk away. And for you, it feels like, hold on. Yeah, for you, it feels very much like, like I said, if you were waiting for some kind of apology, if you feel like you're waiting for an apology, they are not giving it to you because they don't think that they owe you one. And so that it feels like a divide. It feels like it's creating somewhat of, like a divide, because definitely are not seeing eye to eye here. Now, I'm also getting the energy to, it feels like, remember I said somebody here, it feels like you don't necessarily, not like you don't deserve it, but they don't feel like you want an apology, but they don't feel any justification. They don't see the reason why they should have to apologize. And for you, your energy is kind of giving off like, well, like if I'm telling you that that's kind of what I would need in order for this to work. But again, like I said, you're seeing that somebody hasn't changed, that they're largely living in their ego. And, you know, you're just kind of like, okay, I'm actually kind of cool off of this. I don't really need this in my life. Doesn't matter how long I've known you, especially if it's family. It's kind of interesting. This person feels like they're kind of pissy. I will say this. I do get the energy this person, same know-it-all person that showed up in yesterday's reading, like I said, they don't feel like there's a reason to give you an apology, so you're not ever going to see one. And if this connection or relationship never really felt like grounded to you, like you weren't able, because I also have the energy here of somebody who is, whoever this person is that you're like happy being at a distance from, this person really focuses heavily on money and status and power, and you focus more on, like, you're focusing on your self-love, you're focusing on like the new things that can potentially come to you, especially if you're looking for new relationship situations outside of the people that you're walking away from. Because when you walk away from relationships, or when you put things down, you know, you put them down, you walk away from it, you're going to be given another one. That's kind of how it works. The more you surrender and make space for people, situations, and opportunities, the more you are able to release, the more open and more space you have to receive what is actually due to you. Yeah, I like this energy actually. It's interesting because what's interesting here is like you come across as very nurturing, very loving, very kind. You operate from the energy of unconditional love, and I'm like looking at all the cards that are around you that are connected to this person, and that person does not operate in the same energy. They operate out of ego. This person, they think they know everything and they don't really know shit. You, however, come across not only as very loving and kind, but very, I heard authoritative, but not like in a domineering kind of way. Like you have presence. You have presence. You can command a room. Whoever this person is that you're dealing with, they're I kind of feel like they come in hot and heavy with love bombing, but what you see is, you see that they're, like I said, you see that they haven't changed. So even if they were to approach, like you may have been waiting for some kind of an apology from this person, but because, like I said, they don't really see the necessity of an apology. They don't understand why you think you need one. And they just want to kind of come in and like love bomb you. You know what's interesting? Your energies are very different. Your energies are very, very different. For me, I'm feeling like this is the collective. Like you're okay loving from a distance. I'm not saying, fuck off, fuck you. Some folks, yes. But whoever this person is, I don't get that energy. It's like you're not saying like fuck, or like a hard fuck off and like I don't want to deal with you. But you're just kind of like, you know what? I gotta love you from a distance because being in your energy or having you in my energy is not healthy for me. Right. And I feel like over here, especially with the first card coming out being the Ten of Swords, like there's a belief of like betrayal and lies. And for you, you're kind of like, no, I can't go backwards. Like if I know for a fact that you've been doing me dirty this whole time, like I literally cannot go. Sorry, hard pass. I don't have the capacity to do that. I still love you, but I have to love you. Real strong energy of I love you, but I gotta love you from a distance. I can't do this. And this person, it feels like they're pissy but I'm coming to you with my cup. So, you know what I'm saying? So you mishandled me in the past. You let your ego come in here, and I see that you haven't changed. And because you haven't changed, I cannot. I cannot. I would rather focus on self-love. You may have been dealing with somebody who was really more focused on, finances and stability and whatever. And I also feel like there was no real effort being put maybe on their side to actually, ground the relationship or to provide a safe space where you felt protected. So you turn it around. I feel like you've started focusing on yourself. Wow. Whoever you were dealing with may have also treated you like an option. They may have treated you like an option. So it's kind of like they may have been, because this section here, it feels like, yeah, this feels like they may have kept you like an option. And if they did actually have other options, or if they were, pouring into other relationships, I feel like either intuitively you already know that, or there's evidence of it. Oh, look. Child, they want to come back in and... The only reason why they want to come towards you with this offer, it is literally to distract you, and it is literally to keep you stuck and bound to them. Yeah. Hard pass. Hard pass. I also believe that this person, what they see too, they see that you may be getting ready to go into a new cycle. That doesn't necessarily include them. They're afraid here. They're afraid of you taking action towards this new cycle and then leaving them out. And then it causes them to be stuck because now they don't have, they don't have you. If you are the goal, they don't have you. Yeah. So, yeah, I said they're mad. They're kind of mad. Who do you think you are? I just heard. Who do you think you are? It's kind of like they're pissed off that you decided, like, that you've channeled all of this energy, and like you may have been waiting for some type of, an apology, some form of validation that they actually like love you the way that you love them. This does not have to be a romantic relationship. I don't even have cards out here about romance, but I'm just the energy of like just being very open and loving and unconditionally loving. Like, I'm getting the energy here. Like you're kind of somebody who comes across like you love everybody, right? Until they give you a reason not to. And it feels like the person that we're talking about is pissed off at the fact that you can embody this energy because they don't. And because you embody the energy, because you channel that love into yourself, like all of these opportunities are presenting themselves to you because your energy has shifted. You are in a different energy. You're operating out of the energy of love and wish fulfillment. Like you're only focusing on that. And you're not afraid to do it. You're not afraid to go into the unknown. I love this for you. I love this. Look at this emotional maturity. They were trying to, I kind of feel like this person may have also tried to almost like confuse you in terms of, oh, okay, hold on. Okay, remember I said like you're getting ready to go into a new cycle. You're going toward, you're having, for those of you who are single, like super single, do know that I have predicted marriages that came out of nowhere. But this kind of feels like and you've got it on two sides. I've got the Ace of Cups out here twice. If you're single, I do feel like what you're doing, being in this embodiment, staying really grounded in your own energy, and then that operating from that vibration of love, you're allowing these opportunities to come, like to literally flow right to you, unafraid, right? You're standing in your, you're standing in your power. You're standing in your power. And I feel like by you doing that, you are opening up options for yourself. Now, here's the thing. Because I feel like directly what this person wants to do behind the scenes, what they've been trying to do is they've been trying to block your progress. Because I said that here before. This person's been trying to block your progress by like throwing energy at you that kind of confuses you. But I do have counterparts out here. Okay. So I do feel like you do have an opportunity that's coming towards you. And I do feel as though you're very, very protective of whatever it is that, like, if you've got a new relationship on the horizon, like, I feel like and even if you're in a relationship and you're going through a new cycle, you're being very protective over your relationship. Because I think you may even feel the energy of somebody in the background trying to create disharmony between you. I also feel like you've actually spent a lot of time and effort working on self-love, like overcoming your fears revolving around love. And I also feel like this is also for me, like overcoming your, like working to heal by focusing on self-love and focusing on your own healing, like really investing the time and energy in doing that. What it did was it's kind of like you've become emotionally mature. You've become emotionally mature. And I even have energy. It's interesting because it almost feels as though whoever this is, that is like maybe we also have somebody here who could be spreading lies or somebody here that may have been spreading lies and rumors here about your character and about who you are. I also want to say here too, it almost feels like they might have been unsuccessful in like maybe they were trying to cast shadow over you. But again, I feel like with the moon being in reverse here, I feel like they were unsuccessful at, like, if they're spreading lies, because here you are happy. So even if they're because what I'm seeing here, I feel like now that I've got all these cards out here, like you're in a good space, you're happy. If you're in a relationship and you and your partnership is good. And so if somebody here had actually been spreading lies and rumors and saying all kind of shit about you and all kind of shit about your partner, I feel like what's being illuminated around this area is the fact that, number one, you and your partner seem to be fine. And that you both are exhibiting this energy of self-love, and you are fiercely protecting your partnership, you and your partner, really. We like it. Oh, look at that. So what I find really interesting is that what you have been doing, collective, is you have been investing your time and energy on focusing on your own healing, like, paying attention or focusing on, minding your own business, minding the business that pays you. Okay. I see that this person here has been they've been spending their time and energy. This down here feels like they have either, like I've said, we're talking about a practitioner here. This energy feels like somebody may have paid a practitioner. Now these energies here, this all feels like somebody who paid, because it's almost like, because it's connected to this masculine. So I can kind of see where they may have paid a practitioner. They've done it to both, because the Seven of Pentacles is here twice on top of each other. So I feel like maybe at one point they were focusing on the feminine energy. And then when that didn't work, then they started focusing on the masculine energy. On this whole row right here, it feels like somebody here may have invested a lot of time and energy, like kind of to counteract all the work that you've done on yourself. Again, I'm getting this pushback energy. It feels very much like a slowdown, trying to slow your progress, or to, I heard, put you in ruins. So like make you broke, like you're working for nothing here, because that's what this looks like. It's like here you are, doing your thing and minding your business, and maybe even, working, like you could be an entrepreneur. So maybe you're working like really to solidify your business or whatever, and you're just really focusing on that. If you're having troubles, I've said this before, if you've been having troubles, like really getting your business off the ground, or you see some success and then, it dips or whatever, energetically, it's because you've got somebody here working in the background. Again, this may be coming to light very soon, because I see here there's like confusion around, like there's confusion around the feminine energy. You, divine feminine. I'm talking to divine feminine right now. There is confusion around you and around what you do and how you do it. But I'm seeing down here where somebody may have paid a practitioner for two very different things. Like one, this kind of feels like somebody wanting to like confuse you. I've said this before, where it's kind of like somebody here this is a weird mental manipulation here. So all of these energies here, it feels like somebody wanted to, like if you're going towards a new cycle, the goal was to break you up, to make this new cycle an impossibility, and for it to not be successful. What they were trying to do is create a bunch of burdens, or make this relationship dynamic feel burdensome, so that one of you or both of you would just walk away. And here you are protecting it. You're protecting the relationship. You're protecting each other. And you are, yes. So you're also protecting it against, if there's a feminine energy, there is a feminine energy that's working against you. It could be two people. It could be more than one. It could be two people. Could be two people. Down here, it feels like somebody wanting to come in to apologize. because now they're feeling a sense of stagnation and their life is upside down. But, ooh, I love this. You see right through it. Oh, look, you've already made judgment. You're protecting yourself from this person, from this situation. Ooh. There's a lot of people out here. And at the very center, I have divine feminine and divine masculine. And I got all these people around here that have been like literally trying to attack the connection, attack you individually. So whether you're with your masculine or not, we all embody divine masculine, divine feminine energy. So even if this is just you, like you've got people literally coming against you because they see that you have something new. Like here's a 9 of cups up here and you got Ace of Cups down here right next to you. And what's in between, it's kind of like what's in between you and this extra cup is this hating ass lying woman over here that's like spreading all these rumors and gossip and shit. Child, but you are free. Off you go. On your own. And this person is, and it's funny because it's like the way you're moving in such an unbothered kind of energy. Like you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. You're unbothered because you're minding your business. Actually, no, I shouldn't use these cards because they're the same size. Oh, look at that. So you've detached from this emotionally, or you may have somebody here. Now, there could be somebody here investigating, because I've talked about this before. There could be somebody here investigating, digging in, looking, curiously looking. But I feel like whoever this person is, it's kind of looking into the situation or looking at it from like a more objective position. Not so much, there's like no emotion involved here. They're looking at this objectively. They're looking at the facts. They're seeing it clearly here. Somebody's seeing it clearly. Okay, so somebody sees why something has come to an end and they're not being blind to it. So if somebody here has been trying to spread lies or rumors or whatever about why you've departed or why you've moved away from something, I feel like they're seeing it really clearly, very, very clearly. So if this person was lying and spreading rumors or whatever, this is very similar to the last reading. It's kind of like I mentioned, where it's like somebody is looking into you, looking into your life, looking into, like, so somebody here is, spreading rumors and lies or whatever. Somebody here is going, that don't sound right. So let me look for myself. And they also, what they can see is, they see where this person this person here that's spreading the lies and rumors, they see where that person hasn't changed and you have. You're not the same person. If this is somebody that you know, you're not the same person that you were the last time you engaged. I think I mentioned that in yesterday's reading. You're not the same person that you were the last time you engaged with whoever this is that's looking into you. Okay, I did not eat breakfast and it's noon and my stomach is growling. Normally I can hang, but now I'm hungry. All right. Look. Yeah, look at that. So you make a judgment call. Yeah, look at that. You're being celebrated. I'm telling you, this person was trying, like I said, this whole situation has come to an end. There's a lot of changes going on in your life, in their life. I feel like you decided to take a leap and make a decision, make a judgment call to, go your own way. Right. Um, I also feel like because whoever this is has been spreading lies and rumors, they were trying to taint your image. They were trying to win at all costs. And regardless of the fact of whatever they were trying to do, because you've, evolved and people can see it, it is witnessed. People are actually celebrating you because they can't hide you anymore. They can't hide you anymore. So because people are now seeing, like they're seeing you, I heard witnessing your essence. Chad, I don't know what that means. But they're seeing you. And so all of their efforts in trying to hide you or to tear down your character or whatever, it's literally not working because people are actually celebrating you. They're they see all of your efforts. They see your work. They see how strong you are. They're celebrating you for that. Oh, yes. They literally they were trying to avoid that too. They did not want people to see you. They did not want people to they don't want people to celebrate you. They don't want people loving you. They don't want people to celebrate you. And now they're not happy because they're not happy because you made decisions. It's kind of like a person. Okay. So say you have somebody who only makes really self-serving decisions. They've always only made self-serving decisions, right? And it's kind of like the moment you decided to make a self-serving decision for yourself, now all of a sudden it's a problem. Yeah, you made a decision to cut this out. It very well could have something to do with family. It's almost as if, okay, so for those of you, this is a really interesting dynamic, and I'm the context that I'm using this in, there's we're adults, okay, and we've got our, for those of you who still have, your parents are still alive, that the structure of that family dynamic with your parents. This feels like they were trying to almost keep you in a fog to who they are or how they move, giving you a false perception. Like maybe at some point, your family dynamic, this was your family, right? For whatever it's worth, this is the family. But it kind of feels like somebody here didn't necessarily want you to see or notice that they weren't really giving to the connection. They didn't want you to see that, but here you're seeing it and you can't unsee it. You see where there's no actual stability in this connection. And what you did was you chose to do something different, and you choose. It's kind of like, what did I say yesterday? It's like, I'm more focused on the family that I've created versus the family that I came from. That's kind of what this looks like. It's like you may have been on the fence because, the family that you came from, it doesn't actually feel secure. It doesn't feel good. Right. And when you were able to detach enough emotionally to really see it for what it is, and then you're like, okay, well, I don't want that. I would rather actually have the stability, and I would rather actually be dealing with people who are in celebration with me versus fighting against me and trying to be in a weird, one-sided competition, because that's really not how this is supposed to work. And this isn't what I want. This is not wish fulfillment. I don't find any happiness here. So you could have been dealing with a family dynamic where whoever you were dealing with was very, just really controlling. my way or the highway. It had to be a certain kind of way. And you just didn't want that for yourself anymore because their way didn't make you happy. Like nothing about it made you happy. And the connection, it's kind of like witnessing and realizing that the situation or connection wasn't emotionally supportive to you in any kind of way. Yeah. And you might have even held on for a really long time. You may have stayed a little bit longer than you needed to. Just because it kind of feels like it took you a little while to really be very clear about what it is that you wanted and why what you wanted versus what you actually had, why those two things did not quite jive together. And I feel like it was because maybe you were a little bit confused about what loyalty really looked like. I think somewhere in here you got clear about what you wanted for your 10 of Cups. Because what you had, while on the surface it may have looked like what the 10 of Cups should look like, that's not actually what you got. And so I feel like this to me feels more like finally kind of recognizing that what you had wasn't what you wanted. Okay, that's fair. Let me do one more line. Oh yeah, it took yes, I like this. So like I said, it may have taken you a little while before you decided to finally move on. I think you may have been really mentally conflicted, and not only a little bit conflicted, but you were really concerned about the finality, like what happens on the other side. Like, okay, if I walk away, I know they're going to be mad. Somebody's going to be mad. Somebody's going to be really, really mad. But there was also like this, like I said, like there's a fear of the unknown. I'm not really sure, like if I do this, not really sure what it's gonna look like on the other side. So it took a little while for you maybe to kind of finally make the decision to just say no more. This is my life. And I just want to walk away from anything I'm going to leave this all behind. Like whatever has been very confusing and conflicting for me, I feel like I've been sacrificing my happiness for a very long time only to be stuck with circumstances or people that did not provide the kind of stability that I was looking for. There's no actual solid foundation here. I don't even really think that I, have anything really to give here. And it's giving unrequited love. So maybe in this situation, you may have not even really felt all that loved. So it was kind of like when you tap into that energy, when you kind of realize, well, I didn't even really feel all that loved in the first place. So maybe it's not a bad idea. I'm looking at this from a different lens. Maybe it's not a bad idea that I just grab my shit and go. And I do want to say, you're going to be fine. You're fine. You're fine. Literally, you're fine. Yeah, and I feel like you may have even been tapping into like your spirituality, having conversations with God, and I feel like what you're doing or what you have been doing is actively trying to manifest situations, relationships, environments that are a reflection of who you are. I also feel like you're coming to a place of acceptance now, because you may have been, you showed a lot of loyalty to this connection, but again, like I said, it didn't feel abundant. It felt very lackluster. It didn't make you happy. And so now you're just kind of like, okay, I'm not going to do anything. And by you, it's like, I hear a whole bunch of conversations going on right now. So I'm being reminded to tell you, the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords. Okay. So the Two of Swords, traditionally she's blindfolded, she's got her arms crossed over her chest or whatever. And what that symbolizes, it's like being having, you got two minds, two realities, two truths, the swords of truth, right? You've got two realities that you're dealing with, it's like your truth and the truth of the situation. And it feels like, with that Two of Swords, she's blindfolded because she's afraid to make a decision, because she's afraid that if she makes the wrong decision, she may end up hurt and unhappy again, right? And that's what she's trying to avoid. So same thing, like making no decision is actually a decision. But here it feels like it's almost like a surrendering, like you recognize like there's not a whole lot I can do here in this particular environment or in this situation. While it has caused you a little bit of anxiety in terms of the finality, I feel like once you make the decision, once you commit, you making a decision to move away, what it does is it makes that wheel turn just a notch, right? By you making a decision, the wheel turns. It turns in your favor, and then the universe conspires to give you what it is that you're wishing for, to give you what it is that you're trying to manifest and call into yourself, which is a situation, environment, a relationship that is closely mirroring who you are. Stop worrying about it, okay? Because you got God on your side. And even though you're, okay, listen. If you find yourself in a space where you're very troubled, because like I'm talking to a whole bunch of different people and everybody's reality is a little different. Here, I do get the sense that there's a heaviness here, that somebody is, it's not like you're, for somebody, you're not happy to have to walk away from these people. But I also feel like you have to, like you're being asked while you're in this anxious energy, or while you're feeling worried about what it is that you're trying to manifest to yourself, remember the intentions of why you've asked God for the things that you're asking for. Okay? And the other message that I want to relay is, don't spend a whole lot of time lamenting or focusing over the hurt and the past and all the pain and everything that you had to endure, because what you do not want to do is manifest more of that back into your life. So stop worrying about what you're calling into yourself. Stop worrying, because you're going to get exactly what you're asking for. But if you're so focused on, it's kind of like what I tell people when I'm doing love readings, which I absolutely hate doing, just for the record. Which is part of the reason why I took that option off of my website. Because too many people are focused on, when am I going to find love and when is it going to come and all this and that. But here's the thing. What people don't really want to face is, first, you got to address yourself. You got to get right with yourself, and you have to really understand what it is that you want. And then you also have to be in alignment with what it is that you want, so that you can call it into you. If you want something that's a mirror reflection of who you are, then this is what it's asking of you, is to be the best version of yourself. But first, you got to be the best version of yourself in order for you to call in the best versions of yourself to match the energy. Because what you don't want to be like, oh, I'm so lonely and I really want love, but you inadvertently call in some fuck shit from the last bullshit ass relationship that you were in, and then you hyper focus on, I hope this motherfucker doesn't cheat on me, and then you fixate on it, And that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what this looks like. I don't want you to fixate or worry about calling in the wrong shit. Do it from a place of, you know, your worth, you know, your value, and you're only going to accept somebody that comes into your life that mirrors that energy, that comes to you with integrity, that is honest, that is true, that has an open heart, that is willing to learn. You know, if you're going to do it right. And to remember, happiness starts with you. It's an inside job. You cannot find the happiness that you're looking for in other people. The happiness needs to start with you. Okay? Okay, so all right. So just like here, I'm talking about what you're trying to draw into yourself. What I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to get stuck in a space where, because this here feels very rigid, like you have an expectation of what it is that you want, but you only want it under certain conditions and within certain parameters. I will tell you now, that will only delay what it is that you're looking for, because part of the manifestation process requires surrendering the outcome, surrendering the how, the when, the why. Like, this is what I want. And you just leave it there. This feels like this is what I want, and it's got to look like this, it's got to be like that, and it's got to do this, it's got to do that. You're just delaying the process by doing that. So you got to give that up, because it feels like I want to say it feels like looking for love in all the wrong places. I'm not even gonna lie. It looks like it feels like looking for love in all the wrong places. So pay attention to that, all right? You do yourself a disservice by getting entangled in situations out of desperation. So don't do that. Yeah, because it's a cycle that okay, I'm talking to somebody very specific, because I have somebody here who, this is a cycle that you have continuously been in, where you have an expectation, especially if we're talking about going into new cycles or going into relationships. You have a tendency to have an expectation of exactly how it's supposed to play out, or how it's supposed to go, and how you're supposed to feel. And this is something that you have been doing repeatedly, and then you stay. So you get into a relationship and say, this is like you trying to make it what you want it to be, instead of just being open to receive what is yours. I hope that makes sense. Because if you're just in a space of being open to receive what is yours, then you don't have to make somebody be what you want them to be. That's for somebody. Yes, you have to learn how to go with the child. And that's why this shit never lines up for you. It's because you're looking for love. Somebody here, I don't know who I'm talking to, but there's somebody here, it's not working out, and you're not happy because you're looking for love in all the wrong places, instead of just being open to receive that which is yours. It's like you align yourself with people or situations that are not what they're, it's like not what you want, but you're down here. It's like settling. It's like settling for something just to be in the presence of somebody else, so that you won't have to be alone, because you don't have the patience to actually wait for it to come to you. So what you do is you align yourself with somebody because I don't want to be by myself and I'm unhappy, but you have a whole laundry list of, but it's got to be like this, and it's got to be like that, and you got to do this. God's asking you, like, why? Like, you're manifesting here, but why are you manifesting this? And why are we in such anxious energy and thinking that we're always going to be unhappy? You keep making the same damn decisions. Making the same decisions are going to continuously get you the same results. You don't know how to go with the flow, and you're being challenged right now to go with the flow. There's also something here with the company that you keep. Take that how it resonates. Ooh, bottom of the deck, not for you. And it's because somebody here, the shift of this just took a different energy, and I don't even know who I'm talking to at this point. But it kind of feels like somebody here being ready, like somebody here is ready for, they're ready for something, like ready to be, I guess, in a happy relationship or whatever. But because they see things in such a linear way and they want it to be the way that they want it, you're not getting it. Because what you're asking for is not for you in the way that you're asking for it. You good, Lucky? I don't even know where you are. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Where are we time-wise? All right, let's grab some index cards. Oh, damn, throwing cards. I'll put these back. All right. Money problems. Somebody's having money problems or poor spending habits. Somebody is experiencing bad luck. Spirit says, sage your home. Somebody got a bright idea. You may be getting some bright ideas to move forward. Somebody may be trying to affect your root chakra. Siblings may be involved. We have a toxic parent or grandparent. Somebody may be trying to affect your second house of self-worth, money, and personal finances. So somebody may be trying to affect your money, or your money may be affected. Endgame cycle is over. Archangel Zadkiel out here for forgiveness, mercy, and benevolence. Somebody is throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Somebody's also been trying to affect your sacral chakra, your desire and sexuality, your pleasure points. You're no longer afraid. Collective, you are healing. We like it. Somebody's made some foolish mistakes. Somebody has tried to convince people that you are crazy. This is a blessing in disguise. Somebody hates that your intuition is on point. Somebody has ulterior motives, and those ulterior motives are being revealed. There is a ringleader here. There may be an experienced high priestess or witch, although I did think I mentioned that earlier. Your sister, you could be a sister. A sister is involved. There's a real estate investment here. There's temptation. Stepsister. So we have sister and stepsister. You could be a sister or a stepsister. Somebody says, I've always hated you because you're blessed. Somebody's afraid of being exposed. All is not what it seems. Somebody has been blocked. Somebody's using candle magic. Somebody is lost without you. We have family out here, child. Somebody is misogynistic. Somebody is afraid to be alone. And your ex. And the last card, somebody does things with an expectation of what they'll get in return. Bottom of the deck, the month of November. So there could be a Scorpio or a Sagittarius involved. That's, I think, the only sign that I have out here. Scorpio or Sag. But I also have a sister, a stepsister, family, and your ex and siblings. So there could be brothers in there too. All right, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you or give you clarity or confirmation over your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. I would love to thank you all for all of the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, super thanks. The new bookings, if you follow me over here from Captain Reid, or if you follow me here from TikTok or Instagram, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Continue to support each other in the comments, because I know some of these stories are outrageous. But if we weren't actually living them, these stories wouldn't be here to tell. All right. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So far, I don't even know when I'm going to publish this, but I hope you're having an amazing day so far. All right. I love you guys. Until next time, take care. Bye.